Hi, and I'm going to be making a game in this blank scene here. It's going to be a basic dating sim game structure from start to finish using Storyteller Studio or Storyteller2. And if you have the original Storyteller, you can follow along just fine. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and launch it quickly, and then I'm just going to build everything, create the characters. I'm going to create 2 characters, create some branching dialogue, and then have those characters interact in-game. All right, so I'm just going to start now. So I'm going to go to my tools, click Storyteller Studio, and exit this project. I had one open already. And we're in Storyteller Studio here. So what I want to do is I want to create a brand new project. So I'm going to click New Story. I want this one to be, let's add storyboard to it also. Let's just say example game. And I want to use, I'm not going to select any microphones here or anything. Just going to select my asset folder since I want it in here. Click create. And it's going to make that project for us. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a character, 2 characters. I'm going to name this one. I'm going to have 2 characters, Tom and Mary. So there's Tom. And we're going to call this one Mary. Oops, sorry. There we go. So Tom and Mary. So we're going to go ahead and add some dialogue to this. And remember, I turned on the storyboard part. So you can double click that. And you could add like an image to it for a storyboard image. We're not going to use these, just want to add to show you. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to make another dialogue here. I would press Ctrl-Shift-D to duplicate any selected node. However, I'm just going to mess with the screen recorder. My middle mouse button is not working. I'd usually hold on the middle mouse button and drag to pan around, but my middle mouse button is not working anymore. So I have to use Alt, left click and drag. Anyway, to make this setup faster, I'm going to select a node, hit Control forward arrow key to duplicate that a couple of times. I'm going to do the same with this one. I have no idea what storage is going to be yet. I'm just making some nodes, and here I'm going to make a route node, and I'm going to branch this dialog here. I'm going to make an action node, pull it up here, make a dialog node, pull it down here. I'm going to connect this up here, connect this here. As you notice, we have not put in any dialog yet. We're just going to kind of branch stuff around and make stuff match. So we have a route node here. We could just expand upon the dialog here. I think I'm not going to add more nodes after this. Make another route here. We'll decide what the dialog is going to be after we've finished adding these nodes. This is going to be a dialog. Then I think I want to end the story like right after here. So I'm going to put another dialog here. And I'm going to put an end node here. The end nodes are optional. You really don't need to use them to end your story. The end nodes have an additional function where they can allow you to transition to a different story scene. However, once you've pushed your story to a scene data, you can use any node to transition to any Unity scene using the condition system. Anyway, I'm just going to put some end nodes on this just because I like adding end nodes. So there we go. And we're 3 minutes in, not bad. We have the entire structure done. So we're going to say hi. Hello, good morning. And let's make it a little bit more interesting. Wow, you actually replied. Yeah, here we're getting really interesting with it. So I'm adding some markup here. So I'm going to go size. It's going to be equal to 30. Hopefully I'm not messing this up. We're going to end size. I'm trying to make a text editor so that you can just click like bold and size, just change the size with some like a a number selector, or just click a button to change the font size, whatever. But for now, I'll just do it like this. And then /B. There we go. And you can change the color and whatever. Anyways. Wow, what do you mean by THA? You know what? I'm going to put a typo in this on purpose. THAU. Just to show you that we're going to fix that in-game on the fly. All right. What I mean by that should be. And let's see. What is by that? Just saying you never reply to me when I greet you. That is a lie, and you know it. Well, options. What are these characters' options now? So, looking at this interaction, how it's going to play out is that when she says that's a line, you know it, he's either going to, this is going to go really bad, smack. Okay. I don't know. He's like, had a short fuse. I don't know. Kick a chair. Chair. I can't spell. Kick a chair, or wow, I'm so shocked. Yeah, it's a little bit boring to the end, but who cares? You are so dumb. Not you, not you. I'm talking this character. Yeah, and then we have the end, and then what's she gonna say here? So, that's the line, you know it. This reply could come, no, it's gonna have to be before. Anyway, that's the line, you know it. To you. And there we go. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to see how is she going to react to him doing this. Okay, let's see here. Kicks a chair, you're so dumb. I'm calling the cops. All right. So all right, just end it there. And you think we need to just push this over into a scene data, get this in the game, hit the play button, and done? No, just a few more stuff to do. There's going to be no coding here, so it's just all visual stuff. All right. We need to link these two here. So, for example, if we switch this route over here, we see the information in the timeline changes, but you can't see too clearly. So I'm going to just expand this. And also I'm going to select these two here to open the story sample editor so that you can actually see the interactions happening here. I'm going to dock it right here. All right, you can see the interactions happening. However, when we start switching switching the routes for one character here, only one character's information switches. So we want to link these two here, link these two routes, so that their information switches when one switches a route path. So I'm going to click this little link icon here, and I want to link to this route here called 8 route. So I'm going to link to that. And so whenever we switch this one, the other one switches also. Perfect. All right, so when this is in game and they're linked together, when this character makes a choice here, the appropriate path is going to be selected for the other character as well. Very simple. All right, so if I'm not mistaken, that's all we need to do for this. And yeah, it's time to just go into the timeline and arrange the stuff now. All right, so Tom, which is going to be our main character, he's going to say hi, and then May's going to reply here. It goes on like this for a bit. Okay. All right, let's check this interaction now. So it says hi, hello, good morning. Well, you actually replied. Well, what do you mean by THAU? We're going to change this in game to have the correct word. And then here, just saying you never replied to me. You never replied to me when I greet you. I actually can't see right now. My eyes are burning. Put my glasses on. Hold on. All right. All right. Next says, that's the line. Do you know it? She says that. Okay. That's the line. Do you know it? Then let's come over here. Then here are the actions. This first one. How does he respond? That's the line. Do you know it? He kicks a chair. And what's the response here? Kicks a chair. You're so dumb. Oh wait, no, this should be here. Pull it over here. Boom, boom, boom. Done. All right, there we go. So that's the line. Do you know it? I've always replied to you. I simply do not speak loudly. He kicks a chair. He shouts, "You're so dumb. I'm calling the cops." And that's it. And then we need to switch the route and work on the other one. So let's switch the route here. Boom. And now we need to just change this little outcome here. So at this point, we're going to go back here. Well, what do you mean by that? Just saying you never replied to me when I greet you. And then this reply is going to be, so what do you mean by that? Just say you never replied to me when I greet you. That's a line, you know it. Then he's going to say, wow, I'm so shocked. Then the reply after that is going to be, okay, I'll just reply to you. That one says, so am I. I need to check this again. I'm going to refresh this to make sure I need to. All right, so that's linked correctly. Oh, yes. This is here. Yep. This is right here. Yeah, so this comes before it. So this comes right after this. That comes before the route itself. So this is always going to be there. All right, that's totally fine. Yeah, that's fine. I was always replied to you. I simply don't speak loudly. I am also. There we go. That makes more sense. So we could make this flow a little bit better if we change the arrangement here. So I could have, or just like make this, give us a different text, kind of make the story make sense, and then kind of branch it after that. Or maybe branch from here and then put this, well, no, it wouldn't make sense to put this afterwards because then the reply wouldn't make sense to this kind of a reaction, right? But then again, we did write the story after we put the nodes together. But it's fine because we can see all of our interactions. We can grab a node, we can delete the node, we can grab a node, delete the node, or we can just not do that. We can grab a node, delete the node, and then change anything up if we want to change it up. I'm gonna refresh this, make sure that I didn't mess up anything. All right. Yeah, so we have both route paths here set now. So this is literally ready for a game. Oh, I need to lock this route here. So you can imagine this bit of the workflow as You're literally prepping your story for use in game. And because in game you're not actually coding anything, your development work starts right here in the timeline. So because of how I structured these nodes here, I'm going to have to lock this node in position, because when I start moving this one around to match the start times of the other branching interaction, it changes the position of these. So I'm gonna have to lock this one in place. All right, so I'm gonna come back here again, and it says, I've already replied to you, I just don't speak loudly. Kicks the chair. I mean, it still runs the same way, but I do not want to have it positioned that way. Or I could just lock the time on it. If I lock the time on it here, then let's see what the timeline is like for the other branch. So for the other branch, the timeline is, wow, I'm so shocked. I've already replied. It would literally work perfectly anyways. Do I want to move it? It's locked in place. It literally doesn't actually matter. It's just the aesthetics for me. It's like, do I want this here, or do I want it like nice and like placed right in the middle between these two nodes? So the thing is, the node that's executed first is the one that's going to be displayed, as you see here in the story sample editor. So whatever you see in story sample editor is what you're going to see in game, and both instances, when you switch to route, it gives us the correct dialogue. So there's no issue there. Just the aesthetics for me, I kind of would want this to sit in the middle here. But that's fine. It's just a basic example. I don't need to lock it either. So I'm going to unlock it. And yeah, that's done. So I'm going to go to my project, and I'm going to right click here in the project area. I'm going to go to create game bridge, scene data. Let's call this one dating. And then I'm going to click game bridge here. With my dating scene data selected, I'm going to select the characters, click push scene data. All right, and here we're just going to go ahead and make the entire game really quickly. All right, I'm going to right click inside my hierarchy here, create empty game object. I'm going to open the game bridge again, select that empty game object. I want to add an interaction component to it. With the interaction component added, I want to grab this and I want to drag it in here. All right, now whenever we select a character, we see its information. Now, one of the things we want to have, let's see who's going to be our main character. It's going to be Tom, of course, because he's speaking first. We want him to be in control of the initial decision-making process here, which influences the rest of the story. So that's who's going to be in charge. And yeah, all that's left to do is set up our user interface, add a background, add a camera, and we're done. So I'm going to just pull this over here so we see more. And we're going to make this super quick. So I'm going to go game object. I'm going to create a background first. I'm going to go UI. I'm going to go UI, and you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go UI. I'm going to create an image. And I want this to fill everything here. Grab the image, and I want, what's my background? Boom. This one? Nope. This one? Yeah, this one. I like this one. And I'm gonna go tiled, and yeah, there we go. Perfect. And then what I want to do is, oh shoot, there's no camera. Wait, is there a camera? No, there's no camera. So gotta make a camera. Call it camera. Don't care. Gonna put it up top. All right, we're good. And then I'm going to create an empty game object. Create empty. I'm going to call this route parent. And then I'm going to add a grid layout group to this one. And the settings I'm going to use for this is constraints flexible. Whatever. Now I want to test this out, so I'm going to add a button to it to see what the buttons are like in this, so that when my route options are spawned in game, they look exactly where I want them to look. So I'm going to add a UI button. I'm going to duplicate the button a couple of times. Oop, and I don't like the way that looks. I want the I'm going to go 30 here. Not too bad. And then see this one. No. Fix column count, fix row count. Hold on. It should be a more flexible one. Yeah, it's literally just flexible. Shell arrangement. Hey, how did I do this before? Fix row count. 2 rows. Yeah, it's 2 rows. Yeah. So when you add them, just space them out nicely horizontally. Max I usually have is like four route buttons. Actually, I want to see the text in them. Huh? Oh wait, no, never mind. It's just like simple text. All right. Actually, let's make the size a little bit bigger. I want to do some testing here. So 100. Yeah, that's not bad. And then I think I want to put this to the bottom left. The Control Shift, dock it down here. I'll check, see how that looks here. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right, I'm going to delete the buttons now. All right, so now we have the route parent route value set. We want someone to display dialog. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to create a let's go UI. Let's make an image, and then let's sorry, let me give it a background. This background here. Let's add a text to this one, UI text mesh pro text, and I want to look at this in my scene. I'm gonna dock it first. So dock it down here. Okay, there we go. The text font size is too big. Let's go 20. It's not bad. And I'm gonna just here. That. All right, good. And then I want a button here. So when I like moving to the next bit of dialogue, since this is going to be an example, just a basic example, I'm going to use an actual button to click through to the next dialogue. I'm going to add a button to this. So I'm going to go canvas, UI, button. And I want this to be 30 by 30. 50 by 50. Better. I'm going to put it right here. here, and then dock it here. I want to delete the text from it since I don't want text. Change the sprite to be this one, and let's make it pretty. Let's grab a scene color here. Let's go that different one. That one. Let's do the same for this. Let's grab a scene color. Oh, that is nice. You know what? Let's create a prefab button. Yeah, since for example, say let's just make a prefab button. So I'm going to go to my what's the route parent? Route parents here. All right, so I'm going to add a button to this UI. Darn it, where's it? Button. Then where's this thing docked? Oh, that thing is way off. Let me just try something. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Oh yeah, so okay, it's fine here. Oh yeah, it's totally fine. All right, good, good, good. Okay, so I want to create a prefab for this button. So make the button look nice first. So color for the button, let's that green. Yeah, that green's nice. Oh, actually, this one. Nope, that's terrible. This, yeah, that's fine. And let's go with white text. Huh. Wait, where do we change that again? Under the text here. Here. Nope. Let's go with that. Okay. All right. And then I think that's it. I could just display the characters' names here also, but I'm not going to do that. Let's just create a. Wait, if I'm not mistaken, I could just create a prefab like this. All right. Okay, we're done. Just to test this that this prefab button's fine. I'm just gonna drag and like spawn it in, and yep, it's perfect. All right. So far, no coding. Everything's fine. Perfect. All right. The next thing you're gonna do is run your scene. Just kidding. You're not doing that yet. The next thing you're gonna do is I'm gonna select my interaction system, and we're gonna set up the UI here. So in our general settings for all nodes, I should actually move this out above it so it's not confused with like very node specific stuff. Yeah, anyways. Uses name UI. We're not displaying character names, so I'm going to turn that off. Dialog text user interface. Where's our dialog box? Here. Button to move next. Is this one? Our route button parent. Here we go. The route button itself. Here it is. Action text. Yeah, we're going to display action text. We're going to fix that little typo in game now. So the typo was THAU. So we're going to turn on keyword filters. I'm going to add a keyword filter to this. THAU. THAT. All right. And then another thing we want to do is add some route options, because when the route buttons are spawned, if we don't, so actually I should go to it first. Let me scroll down here, find this thing. So general conditions. There's no specific settings. Actually, I should fold these. Oops. General conditions, fold that back down. Right, I've got the main character selected here. And there's a setting here that we can use to set row specific text, like for the buttons, whatever. So when they display, they don't have the full dialogue or action text in it. Keyword filters, voice, sound effects, general conditions. All right, here we go. Alternate route title text, alternate route titles. Let's enable that. So for this one, we're going to put mad. And then here, I'm just going to put shock. And we're done. So we can, oh my gosh, I literally forgot the start button. All right, I'm gonna create a UI button. And it's gonna be our start button. When you click the button, it's going to, whenever you click the start button, it's going to take in two things. First one is going to take in the interaction system, and it's going to say interaction dot generate active dialog set. The reason for why this is necessary is explained right in here. The very first thing that you see, you call that to generate your dialog set that the game is going to use. And the next thing that the button is going to do is going to disable itself. It's going to hide itself. So I'm going to drag the button itself in and say game object set active false. Oh, we can also do this. I'm going to I'm going to grab this, which is going to be like our dialog area thing. Game object set active true, and then here I'm going to turn it off. All right, and then I'm going to start the game. And then we're going to click the start button. It says hi, hello, good. I didn't spell that right either. Wow, you actually replied finally. Wow, what do you mean by that? Just saying you never replied to me when I greet you. That's the line, you know it. So it's gonna be like mad, or the other one is, what did I put for the other one? The text is not showing there. I think it's like doesn't fit or something. I can check it. So we can check the buttons here. So here's the button, and let's check the text for it. The text for this one is mad, and the other one is, did we not put a text in it? Did I not put a text? Did I mess it up? Oh, I forgot to put a text in it. Anyway, you get the picture. Actually, I'm going to do it again for you. So it's going to be mad, and the other one is SHOCK. What is it doing? Oh, I forgot to press enter. I'm stupid. Enter to save it. Okay. Run it again and action. Click a button and everything's fine. Boom. Click it, click it, click it, click, click, click. Mad shot, mad kicks a chair. You're so dumb, I'm calling the cops. And we're done. No coding needed for that. Let's go again. Let's go to the other route. And again, the outcome of our routes, we already knew that before we even began making the game in the scene itself, because we could see the outcome in the story sample editor beforehand. We could already see all of the story outcomes here already. So everything we're seeing here is literally everything that's in here. And that's it. That's all you need to do to create your linear story. Super easy. And then you can get like way in depth with it, but I do explain it in other videos. All right, so this was supposed to be a really short video. It ended up being 35 minutes, and I tried to not stretch things out too much. I think previous videos, like full-length videos where I take time with stuff, had taken me like several hours. And of course, person wouldn't sit down and watch those things for like several hours. So hence why videos are usually so short and try to get to the point. Hopefully you understood this. Hopefully it was super easy for you. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you have fun working with Storyteller Studio, Storyteller 2.